Greetings fellow warriors and welcome back to another Mountain Blade 2 Bannerlord video. It's been quite the while since we last talked. Reason for that are first and foremost me being busy with my studies, and second of all, there just isn't a lot to talk about when it comes to Bannerlord right now, and since that is the main focus of my channel, even fewer content will be pushed out. Patches are so few and so far apart, and the recent mod releases didn't catch my eye either, so there isn't a lot to do essentially. I mean, I could do guides that have been done for the quintillionth time or talk about the same mods over and over again, but I'd rather have a new content patch where I can talk about the new exciting stuff every one of us is looking forward to, or any big exciting overhaul mods such as Kingdoms of Arda. But until then it looks like we still have to wait for any of that to happen. Oh well, anyway, I hope you're all fine and healthy. Sending some positive energy to those who need it. You never know what somebody's going through, but other than that, let's dive in to today's video. First up, let's talk about Swedan Armory. A new update has just dropped that adds a new helmet to the mod that comes in 7 different variations. All of them are essentially great helmets, but with different crests on the top, which are an eagle with a vat of butter, making King Harlus proud, a grey crest, and an antler crest, a la Robert Baratheon. There's also a simple version without any crest, as well as brass variations of the same type. All of them also come with a headband and a piece of cloth attached to it. Given the physics are kinda wonky and there's a lot of clipping right now, but I'm sure these will be fixed in the next update. Just like with all the other armor pieces this mod provides, the new models are highly detailed and very impressive to look at, especially the ornate brass ones. I suggest everyone to keep an eye on this mod. It's being constantly updated with new high quality pieces, and for those of you who want to look at all the work in progress stuff, you should join the Discord server, which will be linked in the description down below. Next up, I want to talk about another armor mod, called Ancient Civilizations, which adds armor from BC up to the 2nd century AD to Mountain Blade 2 Bannerlord. And let me tell you, there's a ton of new high quality stuff going on here, from Celtic helmets to Hellenic sandals to shields. This mod offers a lot of new pieces that lets you add a ton of drip to your character. It might not fit into the Bannerlord timeline, but I can't wait for other overhaul mods to utilize these new armor pieces. So, now we have a ton of new armor pieces in the game. Now what? Well, have you ever wanted to craft your own armor pieces? You know, just like you would craft weapons? Then you would be happy to hear that the mod Bannercraft has been updated. For those of you who don't know what this mod does, this mod adds a bunch of new crafting categories to Bannerlord. From armor to horse bardings to shields, everything you or your trusty steed can equip is now craftable. And the best part of it all, even armor pieces that have been added by mods are also available in the crafting menu. The material costs are based on the item tier, class and weight. Low tier cloth and leather armor pieces need linen or leather. High tier plate and chainmail require velvet and lots of metal. However, now crafting weapons and armor can't fail. It all depends on the difference between your smithing skill level and the item difficulty. Crafted items are also affected by the experienced, master and legendary smith perks, with a small chance of getting a prefix from them. Legendary is an additional item tier. This mod feels like it just belongs to Bannerlord. It's seamlessly integrated in the game in such a way that you kinda forget that Bannerlord doesn't have any armor crafting in native. Up next we've got a small but really effective mod called M.2 Voices in Battle, which does just what the title implies, adding voices from M.2 to Bannerlord. This mod replaces the native battle cries with new ones from M.2. The mod comes with 6 different voices: Barbarian, Commoner, Cruel, Eager, Plain, Raider, Knight and Foppish, all with their respective variations. Thus, battles will feel more alive and immersive. It also changes the player voice, and I have to admit that I really do like the new ones. Don't get me wrong, I love the goofy Bannerlord war cries and voices, but having something that switches things up is always nice, especially if you've already played for more than 1000 hours, and yeah, just take a listen. Pairing this mod with the Immersive Battlefields mod elevates the immersiveness to a whole nother level, and I can't wait to see what the author will do with this mod in the future. Next up we have Armor Sigil, which adds your banner sigil to armor pieces. Right now there are only 3 armor pieces that have been changed by this mod, which are the Brigandine over mail, Legionary Cape and Weight Tabard over mail hauberk. I always disliked Tayward's design choice of forcing this lion sigil on this armor piece, even though my emblem is a completely different one, and this mod changes it, so the armor we use your clan's actual sigil. In my opinion, this should have already been fixed ages ago, but oh well. Up next we have Realistic Practical Holsters, which is a simple visual mod that fixes holsters for polearms, two-handed swords and two-handed axes to make them more historically accurate and practical. Polearms are all holstered the same way, like this. It makes much more sense and is way more practical. All two-handed swords are now holstered on the hip, just like one-handed swords. Axes hang from the right shoulder of your character, with the head pointing on the ground, so it will be more practical and faster to draw. This mod also changes how javelins are holstered, just like the Romans and Greeks did, inclined from the left shoulder to the right waist. In my opinion, these are all really great changes and it makes much more sense for your loadout to be carried this way. Next up we have right-click link to track settlement. This mod makes it so you don't have to open the settlements encyclopedia page to track them during a talk. I mean, it's a really small and simple thing, but for some reason it always bothered me that the whole encyclopedia page needs to be opened up just to track settlements. Right-clicking the link feels much better and it makes more sense. This might not be for everyone, but I still wanted to include it here. And the last mod I want to talk about today is called Better Troop Heads-Up Display, which adds a new HUD element to the UI that provides real-time updates about your troops' ammunition count, as well as troop, mount and shield health to Mountain Blade 2 Bannerlord. Level up your troop management with clear and concise information about your formations. Make smarter decisions on the battlefield with a glance. It's such a simple yet effective concept, and the new information will be located just to the left of your health bar. Depending on which formation you're currently commanding, the information will change in an instant, so you can quickly see how many arrows your bowmen have left or the health of your riders, etc. This mod also feels like it should be present in native Bannerlord. I mean, we kinda have the ammunition thing in vanilla, but yeah, this looks way better than whatever this tiny white line is showing. And yeah, I guess this is it for this video. I hope you liked it. If you did, feel free to hit that like button. It would help out tremendously, or maybe even subscribe to the channel. That would really make my day. Join my Discord server where you can talk with me and other like-minded people about all kinds of stuff, and I see you all in my next video. Become a channel member today, and bye! A huge thank you to these channel members, especially Clinkyman, Max, Chase, China, Pyrolyzed, Kova Dog, Shizukero Valorant, Lyrian and GeForce, and all the other channel members and Patreon members for supporting the channel.